Okay, now.
Well, hello everyone. My name is Michelle Carolina Castro Esteros. I'm in my seventh semester of bachelor degree in foreign language. And my presentation today is brain rot. How digital overload affects education. Disconnect to reconnect. Okay. Today, I want to talk about something that affects almost all of us, especially students, and we don't even notice it sometimes. It's called brain rot. Brain rot is when our brain feels tired, lazy, or confused because of too much low quality content, especially from the internet. Let me ask you something. Have you ever tried to study or read a book after watching short videos for an hour? It feels almost impossible, right? That's brain rot. Here are so many viral trends that are super popular right now. Things like Skibidi Toilet with crazy music, fast scenes, and random characters, or Tung Tung Sagur, or another viral videos, which are funny but makes no sense at all, right? And these videos are made to be fast, loud, and addictive. They train our brains to uh, expect something new and exciting every second. But the problem with this is schools and real life are not like that, right? And learning is slower, and our brains start to lose patience. Brain rot is funny at first, but it has serious effects, especially on students. First, our attention span becomes shorter and it's hard to focus on more for more than a few minutes. And we may have memory problems because of our brain is already full of useless images and sounds. And third, we feel less motivation to do homework, study, or even attend classes. And finally, it can kill our creativity. Because we consume so much content that we forgot how to think for ourselves. Okay, so why this happened and why do we keep watching it if it's bad for us? Well, and the answer is dopamine. Dopamine is a chemical in our brain that make us feel good. And every time we scroll or see something exciting, we get a little reward, a little dopamine hit. And that's why we get addicted to short videos, memes, or games. And our brain wants more and more fast rewards. Uh, but when it's time to do something slow, like reading, studying, or writing, it feels boring and even painful. And that's the problem. Okay. And but uh, we can fix this. Our brain is flexible, right? So we can train it again. And here uh, I show you a few simple things you can do to protect your brain. First, limit your screen time. You can set a timer for apps like TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, or Facebook. And second, you can practice deep focus. Try to study for 25 minutes and then rest for 5 minutes. And this method is called the Pomodoro technique. And I use this technique and it's really useful. And the third one is to take real life breaks. Instead of watching more videos as a reward, go outside, walk, stretch, or talk to someone, to your family or a friend in real life. And finally, be mindful about what you watch. Ask yourself, is this helping me or just wasting my energy, wasting my time? And to finish, I want to say that brain rot is real, yeah, but so is recovery. We don't need to quit internet, but we do need to use it more wisely, right? And if we control what we give our attention to, we can protect our mind, our focus, and of course, our time and future. And thank you for listening. I hope I hope you find small ways to unplug and reconnect with your goals, your brain, and your real life. So, if you have questions or comments, you can ask me now.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. So, questions. So the first one could be Yahaira Trillos Trillos, your question for your partner. Or could be Tatiana, Luisa, Maria, or Natalie.
Profe, mi compañera le compartió mi diapositiva.
Yeah, I this is the question and answer internet. So then I'm going to share your presentation. But now, a question for Michelle Carolina. Questions. So one question for your partner. So remember that we have some times here to every step. So who wants to start with the question? One question for your partner. Could be Yahaira, Kelly, Luisa, Maria, or Natalia. One question for your partner, Michelle Carolina. Any questions? No?
No, teacher.
Uh, well, I think that this is mandatory for
No.
you. Yeah. I cannot hear you now.
No me
Sounds with some echo there. I don't know if you have two devices connected, so you need to mute one and then trying to speak because.
Teacher, yo tengo una pregunta.
Okay, Maria, go ahead.
Mm, what are the main causes of brain rot in the digital age?
Can you repeat this question, please? I don't hear
What,
you well.
what are the main causes of brain rot in the digital age?
Well, the main cause, I think, is because escapism, or because the social media are too fast now, especially in teenagers and young adults. Their life don't feel exciting, so they may feel that need more dopamine in their phones or in internet, because in their life they don't have it. They feel bored or stressed. Mhm.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. So, any other question? Could be Jahaira, Kelly, Luisa, and Natalia.
Yeah. Um, Michelle. Yeah. Michelle, what you talk about can be called procrastination. Is same or is similar?
Yes, procrastination is a symptom of brain rot, because when you uh, watch too much brain rot content, you feel the rest things and other things uh, feel bored or difficult to do, because you can't concentrate, so you can do the boring things or slower things like reading or writing or doing your work. Your mind is in the videos, in the sounds. You want that dopamine, so you procrastinate. Because of that, you can do things that you don't find interesting or exciting.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Michelle
Thank
and
you.
Natalia. So, any other question? We have 4 minutes. Oh no, we have 1 minute. So, could be Jahaira, Kelly, Luisa, or
Teacher, you can
no more questions.
my
Yep.
question.
We have a question on the chat for Luis Helena Mojique. In the digital age, how can we protect our brains from overstimulation and information overload?
Well,
So,
and I I show you this with limit short videos or short content or low quality content on your social media or on internet. Practicing deep focus and taking real life breaks, and practicing mindful media consumption.
okay, thank you. And Jahaira, did you want to say something or
Profe, ¿puedo hacer la pregunta?
bad in English?
Um, how do you think low quality digital content affects students' attention span and learning in the classroom?
Can you repeat the question, please? I can hear the first part.
Okay. Um, how do you think low quality digital content affects students' attention span and learning in the classroom?
Okay. Um, the brain rot affects a lot students because they can't concentrate in classroom. They feel bored, but we can making the classes more interesting for them, and with activities they are interested, or incorporating videos or games in class, so they can feel more exciting, because today is a real problem in the classroom, right? They feel bored, they don't want to do the activities, because their mind is in that brain rot. So we as a teachers need to know how to take advantage of brain rot. We can use it in our favor. So and we need to work on develop new strategies to make the classes more interesting for this new generation.
Okay, thank you, Michelle. So your feedback. So it's time for your feedback. So I think that your presentation was well structured and engaging. I think it was evident that you made an effort to organize your ideas. You choose as something that interests you, and this is pretty relevant today. And the use of visual aids was appropriate. The short videos, the or GIFs, the images was good. And well, the presentation was not heavy on text, which is good because in some occasions, a lot of tenders often find a slide with too much text boring and generally lose interest in the presentation. So in this way, you could catch the attention of the students. And well, about your pronunciation, sorry, we are here. About your pronunciation, I think that was good. The pronunciation was pretty clear and easy to understand. I just noticed some mispronunciation in some words like talk that you say talk. Remember that it's talk like talking. I know you said tal talks, something like that. Minutes, that is for minutos. I just say minutes, but it's minutes. Writing, I think that you say reading, something like that. Um, Study, that you say study, but or study, something like that. I heard something like that, but it's study. And cause, remember, it's like when we said because, it's cause, no cows. Your parents said cows, and you said cause too. So remember that it's cause, like in because. And I think that's all. Your good use of images and the presentation. And about your fluency, it was pretty good. You fluent and naturally through the presentation. The transmission between the ideas was pretty good, and you didn't overuse feel like words of pauses. Just at the end of the session, that goes in the question and answer interrogations, you need to. I noticed that you needed to think about your responses, and you said, so that's feel like words. So. Uh, just that about the fluency. The other was pretty good fluency. And about grammar, I think that your grammar was quite correct. The use of various sentences, structures, and verb tense was appropriate. And I also noticed use of different logical connectors there, so pretty good at that point. And well, I think that that's all. And well, thank you for your presentation, your participation, your contribution for us, and well, see you next time.
Okay, thank you for your feedback.
Okay, thank you, Mitchell.